Hey guys, today I'm doing another one of these devlogs for the island, as it is still called, because I have not been any more inventive with the name yet. But yes, there have been some significant changes, and I have them in a little changelog next to me. So I'm going to kind of talk through them, and the biggest thing you may be noticing, if you're very intuitive, is the art has changed. Yes, last time I asked for some submissions to see if someone would like to work on the game with me, and I got a lot of really good ones, and that probably sounds like I'm like, oh yeah, they were good guys, but no, they genuinely were. Like, all just like really fucking good, and I was like, oh my god, there's a lot of really great artists out there. But the thing about just the guy who I'm working with now, Ruther Curie, hoping I'm pronouncing that right. He had to email me how to pronounce it, but he sent me some stuff, and it just nailed it first time for me, and I was just like, oh yes. So sorry to everyone else who spent that time making those things, but I think you're all very talented. So yeah. Anyway. So that's the big thing, new sprites. You can see this guy is new with his pistol. You've got the crate over there, which looks much better than the last time, and this little bit of wall, which you can see in the building, kind of just seamlessly goes together, which was another thing. I was just like, oh my god! And yeah, it does just seamlessly link, and I think it looks really nice. I've also changed the background. Some of the art is still mine, art in question, the legacy stuff from 0.1, because this is 0.2, like the grey wall, and this background I just threw together because it's more neutral than last time. I think that just looks better, and there are a few things like the UI. We're still basically transitioning between things, and I'll just point out everything that I've done. But yes, so there are a lot of new features, including obviously the sprites, and there are some animations, and the best I think the best animation I can show you right now is this, and I know it looks totally different because it's like, this animation was done like a while ago and we haven't updated it yet, so it's in the wrong clothes and it's also offset incorrectly. But yeah, I did just want to show this because I am still impressed with it. I've added a knife, and yeah, a knife animation, which is really nice. I think it's just very smooth, and yeah, there are animations for for all of the attacks. Like the pistol just has a very simple shoot, and you can see the kind of flames at the end, and there is actually a shell ejection, which I might replace actually with just physical like shells being ejected. I like that in games. But yes, we have also grenades, as you can see in the UI. I have a terribly drawn grenade, which is totally mine, and I can well, just say like throw this into a building and it'll bounce off, kill the guy, and break the walls. The explosion animation, still mine, and you'll have noticed there also people run to sound, and that's new as well. The enemy AI has been improved. They respond to sound, and various guns have different amount of sound. So if I fire this now, no one will hear it. But if I set off a detonation pack, yes, there's also a detonation pack. I fire that. Okay, they are still out of range, but whatever. Some people would have heard that if they were closer. What else? Yeah, those are pretty much the new weapons. There's also a shotgun you'll see later. There's weapon pickup, so now I can drop my weapon and I can pick it up. Which is nice. Yeah, I quite like that, except obviously the weapon on the ground is still drawn by me. So yeah, and there's also an ammo count up there. I've implemented magazine capacity and a reload function, as you can see. Very quiet reload sounds though, so you probably can't even hear that. What else? Oh yes, the enemy AI is now implemented as a finite state machine. That's nothing you can really see, but basically it's just a much better way of doing AI. Before it was just like a mess of if statements, but now it's a finite state machine, which is basically just a bunch of switch statements which control the state that the enemies are in, and that controls what they do. So yeah, that's not really something you can see, but something odd. Mention what else? We've got improved pathfinding for the enemies. You can't really see that much, but you can see if I've up here. Oh, yeah, they've seen me. Shit, run. Okay. Okay, good. They didn't chase me. They still kind of all merged together. Got to fix that at some point. I've also slightly reformed collisions, actually. Before, I was just using the widths and heights of images, and that didn't really work very well. But now they have actual hitboxes, the people, so that when I walk around, it looks pretty much the same, but it's just a much better way of doing it. And I thought I'd just mention everything because, well, all of the changes, because, well, it's a devlog. You want to hear about some of the technical stuff, I'm sure. But yeah, I think that's everything. New sprites, attack animations, grenades, yes. New weapons, weapon pickups, enemy AI. Improved pathfinding and collisions. Oh, yes, and a reset function. Yes, so that is all the new stuff. But the best way of demonstrating that is not just talking you through it. Oh, and also, very minor change. The grapple hook looks slightly nicer now. That's not Ruth Curie's thing. That I just made it look slightly nicer than it did before, but it still looks kind of shitty. And the rope is red now. That's simply just because I changed this text to red and forgot to change it back for that, but I think it looks better. Anyway, so, I want to play through this little test level I've got. Now, I've got this big building over here with, like, 9 guys in it, and I've only got a handgun. And they do actually have handguns, I just kind of forgot to change the sprite for them. Yeah, I haven't fully set up that yet. Very early, you know, build, obviously. But yeah, so I'd love to break in there and kill all of them, but I'm not really very well equipped, because I have this, a knife with the offset animation, and a few grenades, which probably wouldn't help me too much. But luckily, down here, there's a smaller building with a rifle and a shotgun, which have the same sprite right now, because I drew them and I couldn't be bothered, because I am no artist. So, what I could do is I could run in there and shoot them, but there's 2 of them, and the enemy AI are pretty unbalanced right now, so they'll just shoot you. So what I can do is just attract them out here with a gunshot. There's one, and this guy's... Yeah, it's a very quiet pistol, so it only attracted one of them, but yeah, and I can attract him out there. Now they can't see me, I can use the grapple hook function to slide into the room, and then I can pick up, oh shit, yeah, I can pick up the assault rifle, and I can go get this shotgun. So now I have a shotgun, which I think looks really nice. I think that thing that Ruth Kira did, the shotgun, I think it just looks great. That was just my favourite weapon he's done so far. The rifle, I like all of them. Except maybe I might have some more detail put on the rifle. But still, anyway, kind of beside the point. So yeah, so now I am fully equipped for murder. I can just murder that guy. And when he comes around the corner, just boom. Death sprite still done by me. We haven't got a new one of them yet. And then this guy, I'll just kind of wreck him. Yeah. And the shotgun actually does fire a burst. Yes, my new and favourite weapon is the shotgun. Although depth packs are kind of fun. And you can do some pretty cool stuff with that, say... because it's a very loud shotgun, what I could do is I could lay down a detonation pack here, fire the shotgun, and then when they come around, detonate it and kill 3 of them. So yeah, you can actually play with the AI like that. So yeah, I'll just kind of try and take some of these guys out. The rifle I've implemented, pretty much the same as the old rifle, except now it's hyper-automatic. It like fires so quickly because it's just satisfying. I probably wouldn't put that in the final game, but for testing I was like, might as well just go crazy. But yeah, now I could just sneak around the building, and then just murder these guys. And there's another guy coming, but I can just hit him with the shotgun. There we go. Yeah, so that's a quick test level. You can see it's kind of just very simple right now. That's just often I build a test level for debugging and just making sure everything works. A lot of dead guys, very terrible death sprites. But yeah, the grapple hook still works. I actually did improve the grapple hook last night a little bit. And before I had lots of issues with kind of just glitching through walls, but not quite so much anymore. I did solve that because when you're going at really high speeds, often the collision detection doesn't register. So you want to do something called continuous collision detection where you add kind of... Your collision box is effectively you and your speed to make sure you'll never hit it at some point, which does mean some of the bullets kind of collide a little early. It's probably not super visible here, but yeah, some of them will collide a little early, but it's actually not that bad. Yeah, you can see it there, which I'll need to look into a little more. But yeah, I did that whole mission, only lost 10 health. But there is probably a better way of doing this, so if I reset... You don't have to go in guns blazing already. I haven't really implemented stealth, I don't have anything silenced, but this pistol is quite quiet. So if I'm careful, I can probably, yeah, shoot these guys. They also don't respond to being shot, because I haven't written that code yet. So yeah, I didn't alert any of these people. I should probably make these walls, I will make these walls even, a little more, actually soundproof, so, well, semi-soundproof. So yeah, I can actually probably... because they're all facing the same way. I can probably sneak through here. Oh shit, yeah, they do respond to sound though. I could probably sneak all the way through here without alerting anyone. Maybe, if I'm very careful. And, gosh, throw a grenade in there. Easier, okay. Yeah, we found ourselves a collision glitch. Oh hell, oh hell, oh hell, oh hell, this is really bad. Oh no, okay, oh no. I found myself surrounded in a game I made, so I should be good at, but, okay. Luckily, they don't respond instantly and light you up yet. I have changed that as well. Like, they'll see you, and then basically aim for a little while, and then they'll start shooting you. So that guy did get a hit in, but luckily, not too much. So then what I could do is just kind of... I don't want to shoot these guys, so boom! And now they're dead. And then I guess I could probably just kind of... Ah, fuck it, I'll just go knife him. Stab, stab, nice, awesome. Yeah. So that's pretty much everything right now. I think it's enough of an update, really, to do a devlog, and I do like doing these devlogs because it gives me, as I said, a short-term goal, really. and I'm actually making versions now. Like the last one was 0.1 and this is 0.2, and I've, well, last night laid out the features I want for 0.3. It's making me feel kind of more like I have a plan. And it's nice to have your feedback, and obviously amazing to get things like artists. And oh, and thank you to all the people who just like sent me suggestions in my email address. Just sent me suggestions to my email. That's actually really helpful, and even if it's not helpful, it's just nice, actually. I did get some good suggestions, which I am actually going to implement now, like traps and electricity and lights and stuff. So I've totally forgotten the guy who sent me that stuff. I'm sorry for not shouting you out, but those are some good features I didn't even really think of. And that's actually sort of where the detonation pack came from, the traps idea, because you can like trap people into, you know, just kind of, oh, what's going on here? Oh yeah, I don't have a loud enough gun, but whatever. And then, yeah, so that's awesome. And I have also been thinking about more of the scope of the game, because over the last few days I was kind of thinking, because obviously I want to do this as an open world, and I think it kind of has to be an open world, because if it's not, because a top-down game works usually better in levels, and in this kind of game where it's just kind of a military island, so there aren't constant buildings, open world's kind of hard, but I think if it's just levels, it's like, you're not really, because the point is you're escaping from this island, and I hate the idea of just like, oh, just telling the players, like, oh yeah, you're escaping from this island, that's what's happening, you go and complete these levels and you'll escape from the island. It's like, oh, it's not really an island, I'm just completing levels. Whereas if it's like a semi-open world, no, full-on open world, then you have this island that you can see and walk around that you don't want to be on, because there's just such a heavy chance of running into enemy patrols, and it makes the island a thing, having smaller things. Because obviously I have a map drawn here actually of kind of the things I want. There's going to be like, obviously, there's going to be the crash site, and then there's going to be various things you have to do, like knocking out AA guns, and then get to the radio tower to call in people, and obviously you've knocked out the AA gun so that they can come and rescue you in helicopters, and then various other things, and there'll be lots of things like that I basically count as big missions, and some of them you can do at different times. So maybe there's an AA guns and an air base, which you need to destroy both of to allow an air evac. So you would kind of be able to choose what you do, and there'd be weapon stores you need to get to, and those are the big missions. And yes, those could work as just missions. I mean, walking between them is, you know, kind of a bit of a it's not super necessary. But the thing is this is like, I want it to be, I was going to say living, breathing island. Oh god, I'm just speaking like a Ubisoft developer now, and I say, oh, it's a living, breathing world full of beer. Anyway, but but my idea is there's going to be patrols around, and little buildings you'll come across that won't be on your map, and there'll be things like that, and it'll make it feel like an island, is what I'm going for. But obviously the big drawback of an open world is it can't be too small, or it doesn't feel like, it would feel too kind of dense and forced, and it would be too short, really. And it can't be too big, because in a 2D game, walking, like, you don't want to be walking for too long. Oh shit, I didn't kill that guy. Yeah, there was like a bunch of guys stacked on top of each other. But yeah, like, there's no detail here, but with detail, walking would be slightly better than just this mind-numbing grid. But, I mean, okay, but obviously, even with like an interesting thing, you don't want to walk for too long, because it's top-down and it would get monotonous. So, I mean, I figured you pretty much don't want to be walking for more than a minute. I think that's probably the limit to how much you have to walk for. Like, yeah, maybe you'll spend a little longer going to this other place to maybe there's a rocket launcher in there and you'll spend a little more time, but the thing is there's things between it. So, I mean, it's quite hard to design a big island where everything is within a minute of each other, you know, for each mission. But then, someone also sent me the idea of vehicles, and I'm not a big fan of the land vehicles idea, other than maybe crashing through walls. But it's an island, right? So, that means there's sea on the side. So I've got this kind of vision in my head of you being able to move kind of up the side of the island at some point on like a small boat, which somehow doesn't have enough fuel to allow you just to leave the island. There's no food on it, shut up. So yeah, then you can get to the, you can, like, maybe you kind of pass over some land by a boat mission. And I also like the idea of having this kind of lake and river on the island, which I've been thinking about, because boats and maybe the final mission is you kind of rescue this guy, and so that they'll come and rescue you, because I think the first rescue attempt is going to fail. Spoiler alert. And then you're going to have to go and maybe rescue a prisoner of war, and take him to a different escape site. And maybe, I think a really nice idea would be kind of this final mission of you on this river, and he's driving, and you're just kind of one of those proper turret shooter missions on the back, and going down this river. So that would obviously mean that things could be more spaced out, but would be more interesting. So yeah, I mean, that was a bit of a ramble about just general things I've been thinking about, but yeah, I mean, that's also part of the devlog. I mean, it's not just technical things and my change logs, it's where I am thinking about the scope of the game and all of that sort of stuff. But yeah, I'm not going to ramble for too much longer, because I usually do, and it's already been like 15 minutes. But yes, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it looks better than it did last time, and I mean, it's actually, I've been playing it, it's actually fun now. Like before, it was obviously too early to really be fun, but I've been actually having quite a lot of fun with this, especially when you get like an automatic rifle, and you just kind of just run. Oh shit, what did I do? I don't know how the fuck that, okay. What's happening? Okay. Need to figure out what the fuck that is. But yeah, when then you're running in and just like murdering shit tons of dudes with an assault rifle. Okay, yeah. Or whomever. Yeah, like, it's actually fun now. But anyway, as I said, I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you're looking forward to the next devlog, because I like doing these. And if you do have any suggestions or anything, you can just email me at gamingwithtape@gmail.com, which will probably be linked in the description, or is always on the info page of my channel. But yes, thanks to everyone who sent me various things last episode. This has been the second devlog of The Island, as it is still called. I will see you next time.